Hello, my name is Christian Fumick. I'm a friend of a band called Mayfield. And I just thought, I thought I'd give them a quick call and get them online to a Google Hangout and see if I can ask a couple of quick questions. So here we got one of the band members, Dominic Elton. Hi, Dominic.
Hello, how you doing, Christian?
Yeah, good, thanks. So if you want to just quickly introduce yourself while we wait for Gloria.
Yeah, I'm Dominic, and I play keyboards in the band Mayfield. Just want to check, is this music, is it too loud?
No, it's good. So what is that music then? It sounds familiar.
That's a good question. This is actually, I'm playing the album Temple of Your Soul, which we're going to be releasing at the end of August, 30th of August. Releasing it on CD as well as vinyl. In fact, what I'm playing now is the vinyl LP of the album. I'm just mindful, if it's too loud, is it overpowering what I'm saying?
No, it's definitely not too loud.
Okay, cool.
So tell me what inspired you to start up this start up Mayfield and inspiring you with this soul music?
I think the roots come from my love of soul music, which goes back many years. I got into the whole kind of mod revival thing. Obviously, I'm too young to be there in the '60s, but no, I got into the whole mod revival in the early '80s. And obviously, part of the mod thing is a love of Black American music and soul music. And I just remember going to my first ever soul do, probably at the age of 15, in Hemel Hempstead, where I'm from. And just hearing that music, it's the only type of music that, for me, when you get the sort of hairs that stand on the back of your neck, and it's clear at that stage that, it was going to be a lifelong love, and that's proved to be the case. And I'm still going to regular soul dudes. I enjoy the music, I enjoy the dancing, and the whole sort of culture really around Northern Soul and what is mod, really. Obviously, I play piano as well, so I was keen to. Obviously, if I'm playing music, I'm going to be playing the music that's inspired me since I was a lot younger.
All right then. So we have Gloria Miller just joined in. So if you want to quickly introduce yourself, Gloria.
Yes, hi, this is Gloria Miller. I am one of the lead singers with Mayfield, and I've been singing with the band for about a year now and have lived here in the UK for going on 4 years. I was born and raised in Chicago, so very familiar with soul music, and that's where my kind of musical roots lie, within gospel and soul, and here I am in the UK.
All right, so now that music's loud.
Is it too loud?
Yeah, now it's too.
I'll turn it down a little bit, okay?
Yeah, it's interfering with your microphone. It brings you in.
Okay.
So Gloria, while I've got you here, while you're on, tell us a little bit what inspired you to start singing.
Well, it was really just, being in a very musical household. The youngest of 7, and all of us are quite musical, including my parents. My mother has a very beautiful soprano opera type voice, and my dad has a lovely voice, and all of the girls, my 3 sisters, we all sing, and so it's just a natural thing to do, either sing or play an instrument. So singing was the choice for me, and I've always loved music. It's just part of who I am, really.
So tell us a little bit about growing up in Chicago, and with the influences of the '60s, '70s, soul.
Yeah, I mean, Chicago is, obviously known for music, for soul music, blues, gospel, jazz, so it is a great place to be from, because you do kind of have a natural foundation of music. And as a young person, I was born in the '60s, so I don't remember the '60s firsthand. All of that is, later in life, kind of being introduced to '60s music, but the '70s music I definitely remember. My earliest influences was gospel music. My family's very religious, and so what mostly played in our house was gospel music, and we would sneak and play what my mother would call the worldly music. We'd sneak and play that. But all of the early soul music came directly out of the church anyway. You look at Aretha Franklin, all of her, her roots are in gospel music. You also have the staple singers, Mavis and Pop Staples, directly out of the church. I did have an opportunity to sing with Mavis Staples when I was a young person, and that was, an unforgettable moment. And so all of this music, all of this soul music stems from gospel music, and both of those genres come from such a real and true place. I think that's why it has so much appeal around the world, because it's real. It comes from a real place, unlike some of the more modern genres that are a bit manufactured. So yeah, so Chicago's a great place to have as a musical heritage, really.
Okay, and that kind of brings me to a bit of feedback there. So that brings me to what brought you over to the UK then.
Dominic, turn the music down.
Is that what it's doing? Is it?
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to mute your Have to mute. Yeah, turn that music down.
Yeah, it kept coming up. I was muting, so let me turn it down.
Yeah. This is what it's like live.
I was just trying to create a Mayfield ambience.
Yeah, it interferes with the microphone.
That's just what happens in the gigs, though. We have to say, Dominic, turn it down. You're too loud. You're too loud.
So so back to our question. My question was, what brought you back over, or brought you to the UK?
Well, I came to the UK for love, I guess. My husband and I met about 10 years ago, and he's British, and we're both working on cruise ships, and I was singing in the production shows, and he was working doing his comedy magic show. And we met backstage and fell in love, and about 4 years ago got married, and it just seemed easier for him to continue his work being based here in the UK. But I have to say, initially, it was hard, and I was kind of questioning why I had made the decision to move over here. But after like that first year, once I started meeting people and getting connected, especially to the music scene, and then through Mayfield getting connected to the soul music scene, yeah, it's a home away from home, really. So I love living over here. I've started my own business now, and it's kind of put me on a different path, but a great one, though, a great path. So yeah, it's been a good move.
All right, so I want both of you to kind of answer this next question about the writing process and how the music's come how the songs come about, and just tell us a little bit more about, share between you about the band.
Okay.
You want to take that one first?
Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about, well, it's a lovely relationship between the band. I think that we have a genuine respect for each other as musicians, and all of our opinions matter in rehearsals and decisions about the band and the music we're going to perform, and even the music that we're going to write. And the writing has been great. I mean, it's definitely grown me as a songwriter, because I've not really written in this genre before. I mainly have written jazz songs and gospel songs. So it's been a great growth for me. And I just love how sometimes the songs just kind of happen. We'll be in the middle of a rehearsal, and Dominic will start playing something. He'll get a piano riff going, and then Adam, our bass player, will jump in and throw a killer bass line on something, and then we're off to the races. We all start getting ideas and creating, and we have a song on the CD called No More, and that's exactly how that one came about. I mean, we learned it in a rehearsal, and then 3 or 4 days later, it was in the show, and it's on the CD. So
it is. I mean, that came about. I mean, I listened to lots and lots of soul music, and I was listening to a live song recorded by jazz pianist called Les McCann, and although No More is very different, there was something in that inspired me to come up with this piano riff, which I then took to rehearsal. We nailed it in about half an hour, and then we played it 3 days later in a gig. And that's probably the majority of the way we've come up with songs today. I've come up with a piano idea based around a chord sequence set to a certain rhythm with a bass line, and then I take that to the band. And I'm no good at putting a melody or lyric together. So it would be then down to Amy and Gloria to come up with that sort of component of the song, and then together we would arrange it, and obviously then look at what the brass part would be, and obviously the structure. We all work in terms of the overall song collaboratively. Collaboratively, that's the word. It's a collaborative, all right. And having said that, Frankie's come up with some ideas for a few songs. He'll create a riff around his guitar. The song "Cold Feet" was Frankie. That's on the album. And you can hear he's influenced quite heavily by more sort of the sort of heavier rock side of things. But that's great because we've all got completely different interests. So I'm very much soul, Gloria jazz, gospel. Amy is, I guess, more contemporary in terms of sort of R&B and I guess pop to a certain extent. Dom, the drummer, very funky drummer, just loves sort of 70s American TV themes. So there's definitely that feel to it. We've got Ryan on trumpet, who's classically trained. Olo loves jazz. Obviously, I said Frankie likes rock. Have I missed anybody there?
Adam. He loves Jamiroquai.
Yeah, he loves acid jazz and that sort of rare groove type stuff. So all in all, we've kind of created a sound, I think, reasonably unique because of all these sort of wide-ranging interests of the band. But ultimately, it's there's this kind of soul, funky feel to the sound and the songwriting.
So tell us a little bit about your songs on the album and any new.
Oh, you sound really weird there. Oh, that's better.
I think you need to turn your. Can you turn your mic down at all?
I can.
Or your speakers, or hello, testing.
Yeah, my one's cool.
Testing. Yeah, it's bad. Strange. I won't talk then.
I'm getting the same thing. But sorry, what was the question?
I was just going to say, tell us a little bit about songs on the album and your new album coming out as well, the work you're doing on that.
Just to give you a bit of a history, Amy, Adam and myself have been working together for several years and sort of developing sort of the early musical ideas. We've written a lot of songs over those years, and many of which we don't actually do anymore. But the better ones have moved forward. We over that period of time started to recruit more band members. We needed drums, we needed guitar, as a lover of soul music, my passion is brass section and putting together brass arrangements. If it's not brass, it's not soul music in my mind. And really, the last thing we did was someone that could really, I guess, someone with that soul background as a vocalist. Amy's a fantastic singer, but her background is, say, more sort of pop and R&B, and there are songs that she does that Gloria wouldn't sing. Likewise, with the more soulful, funky numbers, that's where Gloria comes in. So once we found Gloria, for me, that completed the overall band and the overall sound. Some of the early songs came through to the current lineup, and they appear on the album. So there's probably 2, 3, maybe 4 songs that we wrote several years ago that kind of stood the test of time. But obviously, with Gloria involved, the songwriting has developed further. So there's a number of quite new songs on the album. The album now complete and obviously mastered and now recorded and what have you. We're also writing more songs, and that will appear on a second album, which we'll be recording next summer, 2014, and that's going to be called Keep On. That's a bit of a nod to Northern Soul, really. We're keen to sort of, obviously keep the music alive, keep the soul music alive, and sort of get younger people involved into the scene. My daughter's really into it. She's 17, and just last weekend came to a Northern Soul night with me. And you're seeing more and more younger people coming along to these events, which is brilliant. Because we're not getting any younger.
Speak for yourself.
That includes the DJs and the soul artists as well. So there needs to be younger people coming through. And it's interesting, on our Facebook page, if you look at the age, the demographics, the average age group of the members, or those that like, are, I think, 18 to 24. So I think that's a really positive thing.
Yeah, it's good.
Kristen, you've gone quiet.
I think you might still be on mute.
Oh, my phone. Yeah, my mic was on mute. I was trying to avoid any of that background noise. So what about a little bit more from Gloria then about the band?
Well, I think with the release of the album now, this is kind of opening some doors for us that might not have been open before, especially having the vinyl, because that's really getting the attention of the soul scene. So we're getting invites to things that we might not have been invited to just a few months ago, and so we've got some opportunities, and we just want to capitalize on the opportunities that are happening and create some new ones. So as we come up to our release, here's a little look at the CD that's coming out. Our release date is the 30th of August, and we're also releasing on vinyl. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh gosh, I think that's gorgeous. It's been my dream from being a little girl to actually be on an album, so this is a complete dream come true that I can hear myself on an album. I think it's fantastic. Dominic played it for me because I don't have a record player, of course. So he played it for me, and literally I had tears in my eyes. It's just so amazing to hear myself on vinyl. So yeah, so we're hoping that, having released on vinyl, having the CD will up our overall profile as far as getting gigs and performing. We want to perform more in our immediate area, which is Portsmouth and South Sea area, and then begin to kind of expand out, hopefully across the UK and then, across Europe. So we feel like we have a good product in this CD. We're writing new material for our next CD, so that's going to be even better because we'll spend a bit more money on it. We'll have a bit more time to devote to it, so that's just going to make it a better product. And yeah, I believe Mayfield is on the scene for some time to come, really. Just
all
at
right,
the beginning.
Okay, so that's it. So let's try and wrap it up here so this video isn't overly long. The links will be underneath this video for everyone to go on. So obviously you too, I'll give you a last chance to ask everyone to link to you, like you, and Facebook you, and also get onto that website, Mayfield the Band, and download the free music.
Yes.
Yeah, and then so I'll hand it over to you and we'll all say goodbye. So thanks for your time, and I'll bring it across to you guys.
All right, well, thank you for watching this video. We really do need your support as a band, so do find us on Facebook and visit our website. You can download a free tune. That's Tempo of Your Soul. You can download that from the website. It would be great if you would have a listen and then go on Facebook and let us know what you think about it. We do value your thoughts because that will help us as we write new material for our next album. So do support us. We do hope to see you out at events. Come to our release party on the 30th of August. If you're in the South Sea Portsmouth area, it's going to be at the Jolly Sailor in South Sea on the 30th of August. It would be great to see you. And if we don't see you there, we will hopefully see you soon.
Yeah, goodbye from me. Thanks for watching this. A couple of things just to add. The album itself, you can actually listen to the entire album, well, all the tracks, but just a sample of each, minute and a half, on the website. And so if you're liking what you hear, you can then actually pre-order, pre-request a copy of the CD. There's a form there on the same page on the website. And the CD is just £5. It's not a huge amount of money, really.
It's a bargain.
For 12 original tunes. Well, 11 original tunes. I've got to be careful there.
Alrighty, let's go. Thank you very much.
Cool.
And talk
See
to you
you
soon.
later.
Bye.
Bye.